So it comes in a box like this. I think it's quite well designed. I do like the black and orange color theme that's going on at the moment. Okay, out of the box you got your instruction booklet. And just check it out how tiny this is. So you got a little tripod stand, which open up super wide, which is important. USB-C cable and your gimbal itself. So I think there's something else underneath. Oh, and a pouch. I think it's small enough to put in your back pocket, but this is tiny. It's like a handheld torch. So body is plastic, but the arm itself I think is metal. For storage, it kind of all the axles is locked. It's a 3-axle gimbal. To unfold this device, all you need to do is just unclick all the joints. This is magnetic, that's why it fell off. Twist the lock here so it doesn't clamp shut on you, and that's it. So let's put on the stand so I can actually put this on the table right here. Now I got my iPhone here, and to mount it, all you need to do is open the clamp and it will shut like that. Now my phone case is one of the slim kind of a line phone case. If you have a thicker phone case, it might not work because I'm right to the edge of the clamp. So simple balancing, always try to adjust it until your phone kind of don't want to move differently. Well, the first thing I kind of understand is the magnetic field light. It's nice and light, but it doesn't really want to stay on. It's like the magnet is not that strong. You can easily knock it off. So the gimbal itself, you've got a joystick in the front, power button on the side. You've got 2 mode buttons here and a flip switch here, up and down. Okay, so some super basic function. You got your, at the moment, is kind of on a landscape mode. You've got 2 buttons in the front here and the joystick. The joystick will obviously rotate and move the phone around to the angle you need it. And you can always like center it by double clicking this button. Then it goes back to the standard view. If you can see, there is like, instructions highlighted underneath the button. It might be difficult to see on the camera, but it's like, 2 dots, 3 dots. So double click is to center it. Triple click is to do the 180, but a very useful function will be on this button here. If you click it once, it changes into portrait. Click it once again, it go back to landscape. Overall, this is like a budget pocket phone gimbal of 2023. Okay, the field light here is magnetic. You can just stick it on, take it off, and if you press the power button, press and hold it, it should turn it on. As you can see there, you do get some setting, like how bright you want it, but to be honest with you, this is quite weak. Let's test it out, shall we? Okay, so all the light is turned off. I got a little bit of light from the window there. I can't close it properly. Okay, so now my face is quite dark in the moment, so the field light is up there. If I turn it around, yeah, kind of, it does work. In a very dark location, for example, if you're in a restaurant and you're doing your logging, and then there's no light at all, or you can't see your food, then you can turn it on, and it helps a bit. Okay, my first test here, just in front of the mirror. Let me shake it around a little bit. So forward, backwards. You can use the phone to control this, so you do have a bit more creativity that you can do with the app.
iSteady XE 3-axis smartphone stabilizer with a magnetic field light. So obviously this is aimed at selfies, shooting yourself, vlogging maybe, or for reviewers like myself. Whenever I want to get myself on camera and I need some fill light and I need a more steady shot because maybe I'm not sitting at my desk and I'm somewhere in the field, this should come very handy. Here's the instruction manual. That's a lot of pages to study. We're gonna do that later. And here is your magical device with all kinds of instructions on it that tell you what to do first and what to do next to unfold this. So let's see if we can follow them. This says, number 1, unfold the clamp to use. Here we go. That worked. And then number 2, straighten the arm, tighten the knob. Here we go. The arm is now straightened. It was like this a moment ago. So now it's straightened. Tighten the knob. The knob is tightened. Number 3, phone camera on the left, clamp phone in the center. Phone camera on the left, clamp phone in the center. I will have to turn my phone off to do that, so I will see you guys in a moment. This is now being filmed with the gimbal, and I have to say, as far as getting the footage steady, it's doing really good job. I am moving my head around and the video remains pretty steady. So to give you some perspective, this is a desk mount with an accessory, and I can just move the camera away from myself and back in, and it's really nice and smooth motion. Using the joystick, I can adjust the position of the camera, so tilt it up and down and go left and right. So this is pretty cool. I didn't get the fill-in light to work yet. Maybe it needs to be charged. It has a USB-C charging port on the left of it. I'm gonna take it off. This is what it looks like. So maybe this here needs to be used to charge it up. There's several buttons here on the back to turn it on and off and increase the intensity, but so far it hasn't worked. I believe it just needs to be charged, but it snaps magnetically on top of the gimbal, so it looks like it could be very useful if you find yourself in the darkness and need this fill light to enhance your footage. I'm gonna give this gimbal a lot of stars because I love the simplicity and I love how it works right out of the box without any problems.
Okay, gimbal test. Gimbal's on. Walking across. Not really trying to keep it particularly smooth, to be honest. Okay, that was me yanking the gimbal around, I'll be honest. But it's relatively smooth. So, I pop it out the gimbal. And I walk now, and I'm not going to do a comedy video. I'm actually going to try and keep it as smooth as I can, like with my arm. It's not bad, it does work. It's quite capable, but I've got to admit, I haven't explored all the settings yet. So we'll lock out some of the settings and try again later.
operated a distant Republican house in Derry about 6 years ago. My name was on the list, my address too. And did you leave? She said, yeah. I was married at the time. My ex, back when he worked in a bank, and over time it became too much for him to take. That constant worry checking into your car every morning. My provisions to pull it. Did you ever consider leaving from your job? No. No, neither should you.
Uniform, any call that's available north of the city, over.
Won't get to work. Let's go Robinson's way.
That's the long of it then. All we can get. What a day, eh? You know what? Don't do this. Let it.
Issue that we're facing on our gimbal right now. It was charged again today for more than 4 hours. All the lights were solid, but we go to press power and it just beeps once sometimes it'll beep twice. Even if I have my phone in there and I'm recording on a different device, the same thing happens. If there's anything you can help us out with, we would greatly appreciate it. This is for our nonprofit that supports adults who have intellectual and developmental disabilities.